In a world where every ping promises meaning, have you forgotten what silence sounds like? What if the real thrill isn't on screen? Instead, lies in the stillness beneath your posture. This is a letter to the moments nobody tags, but maybe deserve your attention most. We chase excitement like it's life's hidden currency. New notifications, fresh content, a quicker dopamine hit. But what if, in that chase, we traded presence for pulse? What if our addiction to stimulation is stealing our capacity to simply be? Today, we pause, we breathe, we explore how the hum of quiet can be louder than the loudest scream. By the end of this video, you'll feel invited, no, urged to rediscover your baseline, your rhythm, your pulse beneath the pulse. Our thumbs know the rhythm of the feed. Scroll, tap, refresh, refresh again. Each swipe promises novelty. Every click says, don't miss out. But you don't just consume content. You consume validation, anxiety, FOMO. And after 10 stories, 50 headlines, nearly 100 reels, what remains? A sense that maybe we're fine, or empty, or neither. Your nervous system wasn't built for this. It was built for patience, for depth, for cycles, not for the endless blip of stimulation. I met someone at a dinner party.
Weddings don't thrill me anymore. I scroll Tinder just for a spark.
In his voice, I caught longing, not for romance, but for someone paying attention.
I go on Instagram stories at night. It's the one place I feel seen.
But seen by who? And at what cost?
My marriage is kind, but I feel invisible. I just want to feel noticed.
Not by a lover, but by something that feels alive. Let that sink in. They weren't looking for love. They were fleeing emptiness. Our ancestors didn't need notifications. They worked with seasons, sowed seeds, watched soil, folded cloth, poured tea, waited for change. They practiced the seasons of life. Quiet, patient, rooted. Waiting became a virtue, not punishment. Now, waiting feels intolerable. Even life's in-between moments grate us, because we've forgotten how to sit in the hum before the music starts. We ask, why hasn't she replied? We feel dull when the phone is silent. We think calmness is failure, that stillness means we've lost it. But dull isn't defeat. Stability is the foundation, not a flaw. When your baseline becomes bland, that means you've reset your expectations. Your nervous system tells you peace is boring because it's underwhelmed by the chaos you created. True connection doesn't flash, it simmers. A quiet look across the table, a single footstep on familiar pavement. The moment when your cheeks ache from a silent laugh. Love is often grunt work, repetition, deep breaths. Growing art is 1,000 slow strokes. Work at your craft is hours behind the scenes. These aren't boring, they are beautiful. Slow build thrill is deeper than the cliff dive of dopamine. What if we relearned how to still, to sit with space, to breathe without background noise? Simple rituals to rediscover quiet. Anchor your morning, 5 minutes of silence before the buzz. Single tasking, a cup of hot tea, no phone. Nature time, walk without a playlist, just your footsteps. Unmatched time, nothing scheduled, nothing swiped. Every pause is a gift to your nervous system. Calm is its childhood, not its retirement. Imagine writing a letter instead of text, reading a paragraph instead of headlines, having one deep friend rather than 5 watchers. Look back. Remember that time when your heart tightened from quiet music, not pounding beats. That's where the real currents flow. Depth, meaning, rootedness. Relationships don't thrive on highlight reels. They grow in laundry piles, low MG pile walks, wiped counters. The magic happens when you say, I'm here, even though it's Tuesday. I'll listen even though I've heard it all. Presence isn't exciting, it's essential and it's undervalued. If you can sit with boredom, you can weather storms, you can dig into grief, you can craft art, you can build habits. If you can stay when it's quiet, you can stay when it's hard. That is your competitive edge. That is your compass. That is your clarity in a world of wiring. So here's your invitation. Tonight, turn off your phone an hour early. Feel the quiet. Tomorrow, write 3 sentences by hand, no edits. Notice how slow the ink feels. Next day, ask your friend, how are you? Really listen. Pencil in silence. Schedule stillness. Learn to sit. Because the future belongs to the ones who can bear the blank page, the silent room, the empty hour. Now I ask, what silence are you reclaiming first? Drop your ritual below. Let's hold space for each other, for real life, beneath the glow of our screens.